Hello. Go for lunch. Launch. I just had lunch. You know what? Go for lunch too. I missed you too, Renee. I heard breakfast stream was something. I had gone for a bike ride and was eating breakfast. The breakfast stream was wild. Like clockwork, I start my stream and my neighbor starts mowing their lawn. It's just what happens. Every time. Also, no one spoil women's team finals today for me because I can't watch it till I'm done painting. Renee says, why would you mow in the heat of the afternoon? I know. I was out there washing my bike after my ride, and it was way too hot. Chess says they've mown in the rain before. They were mowing in the rain the other day, and they didn't finish, so their yard is like half done. I did get Peacock Chase book, so I could watch it, but I don't want it spoiled because I'm going to watch it after. I had a roommate in college who was on the gymnastics team for my university, so I learned a lot about gymnastics. So, that's like the one sport I follow other than sumo. So I'm very excited. I watched the stuff the other day for it. I gotta pull my hair back, so I'm just gonna put it in a clip because it's a little damp. And I don't have a butterfly clip, I just have other clip today. Not as fun clip. Just plain old boring clip. I've had a busy day. I got up and went for a bike ride, washed my bike, and I've been in the middle of doing, so I have hiccups now, a full deep clean of our shower because they used the wrong like caulk on it and it got bad, and so I need to pull it all out and clean it really good. So I'm in the middle of dealing with all that. So I did that, some of that today. It's going to be a whole week-long process because I also suspect they didn't seal the grout because the grout gets gross way too quick. And I just want to make sure that it stays nicer longer and I don't have to deal with it. Vagabond says, why are you responsible and not the landlord? Because they redid it sometime between when we moved in and now, and they didn't use the right stuff. So I can't trust them. Like, they're just that bad. And I'm sick of dealing with it, so I'm just gonna do it because it's like the easiest do-it-yourself project in the world is redoing a shower like that. And let's see, it's gonna cost me, it's like 12 bucks for like a really high quality caulk. It's like 8 bucks for sealer. I have a caulk gun. That's like all I need. And like a cleaner, which I have. I'm not redoing the grout. That's too much. I'm just putting in the little sealer that goes around the edge. Renee says, there's a YouTube video for anything nowadays. Yeah, I did brush up my knowledge on it, but I have done it before because, my dad has always been handy and done stuff like that. All right, let's see. We have a 17-month resub from Dark Overlord, 16 months from Spinach Wrap, and 17 months from Vagabond. Thank you, 3. I appreciate it. I saw those come through and thought, oh my god, 17, there's no way. Okay, so looking at this, I'm very happy with how things are looking. Like, the only thing done is the sky, because I do want to brighten this up still, I've decided. But nothing else is fully done. It needs more work. So, I've decided that I want to do these trees next, because once they're done, I can finish the reflection. And I have to do the reflection before I can do this. And then I have to do this before I can do the rest of the water. So that's like the order of operations I have for the entire piece. I'm not getting to this water today. That's way too much. But what I can do is I can finish these trees today and see how long that takes me. And that will give me a better idea of how much more painting I need to do this week. So like, this doesn't look terrible, but it's not right because I don't know exactly what this is going to be yet. So, I need my sketch up here. Nope. Photos. I used my iPad the other day to help my grandma, so everything is moved around right now. So I think I need to bring in more green first, similar to the green that's here, and then I need to bring in brighter greens. And then maybe bring in some shrubs. And the same over here. iPad, why are we going back to sleep? Oh, it's because we're in low power mode. Let's change that. You're so far away, it's so hard to reach. Do that and that. Now it won't go to sleep. How is my grandma doing? She's doing amazing. We have a 16-month resub from Moonlit Boulevard. Thank you. So yeah, I just talked to her and I get to see her sooner than expected. So I'm super excited about that. And I learned that yesterday or the day before. Renee says, your nails, they're super chipped. Like, see that? I used the peel off base coat, so they're chipping really bad. So I'm about ready just to like pop all of them off and put a new color on. All right, so I'm mixing up a green. Do I have it still? Are you the right green? Let's tiny brush. Let's do a little test. Is this the right green? It's a little dark, but that's easy to fix. So I just want to bring more green into some of these trees here in the foreground, and then a brighter color. And this paint is almost dried out. No, is this a time to hydrate this painting? I hope I get to the water. I suspect I will. Renee says everyone should hydrate. That's true. I have grapefruit juice and water today. Emmy says, oh, it's just blocked in. I thought it was done. No, it's just blocked in. Like, this is too light green, too saturated also. And my water highlight was too bright the other day, and I still don't know if it's too bright. We'll see. But I need to finish this so I can see where my highlights are going to be so I can reflect them down. Still a little dark. So I'm going with the fan brush and I'm just going to fill in more of these trees. That just did a ton too, because I didn't like how they were looking. Wonderful. Cool. Solves that problem. So I've mixed up a lighter green, and I'm just going to add in some highlights to these guys. Okay, perfect. Much better. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to add in some shrubs just in this area, and they're kind of there already. They're just not bright enough or something. don't like this brush. We need to find a better brush. This guy? We'll try this one. I'm just trying to fill in some of these spaces back here. Am I out of blue? No, I have some left. Because some of these further away trees, like these guys up here, that might be too light. Need a little bit more detail as well. I'm trying to finish this up before I lose this paint, before it dries out on me completely. And that is starting to majorly happen. It's a little frustrating. So I think that's good, but now there's like a second row of trees here. You can't see them as good. So now I have to do those as well. Okay, I think I'm finally happy with this. Got a little bit on the shore I want to add in. Maybe not with this brush. It's too soft. I'm just adding a little bit of black with a glazing liquid to darken under these trees. Don't know if I like this. I'm just trying to lighten it a little bit, and I think I did it too much. Okay. I did overpaint a line just a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to switch palettes to the palette that has all the mountain color on it. That is this one. And we're going to lighten up the mountain just a little bit, which is what I keep saying. Radiator says, lighten up, Mountain. It can't be that bad. Is this brighter? Let's find out. Yeah, it is. Okay. Now, as long as I don't accidentally paint over the shadow part, which is what I just did, this will be fine. This song is so dramatic for this. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. So we're gonna leave it alone. At least I do too much and overwork it. And I think that finally means I get to move on to water. Finally. What was the stream title? Something about the water? Now we're there. 45 minutes in. It is water time. Oh no, I broke the chalk pastel. We have a 12-month resub from Reed. Where's paintbrushes? There they are. Thank you, Reed. It's already been a year? I know. It's wild. Crescelium says, I'm slightly late to stream. Did the camera end up being fixed or is this a different camera? This is the same camera. Steven turned it off and on a few times and I think it finally fixed it. Maybe. but we're not 100% sure what the problem is, and he suggested changing camera lenses, but that will change the view of the camera, and that doesn't help when Dan is doing time lapses then, to edit them down. So, can't do it in the middle of a painting. But after this painting, we can switch to the other lens and see if that was the problem. And if it's not that, then it's the camera. Alright, chalk pastel sharpened. Now we're going to do a lot of drawing in the water. I should just use the ruler. So some of these larger trees, I'm just kind of drawing their center line. To help me gauge where they are. And I think I'm drawing them too tall, but that's okay. And I have half a mind to turn the canvas on its side and do this. Because it's a little frustrating. Because like this guy is right, that shadow there. I can also do the peaks of these mountains, which I need to do. Oh, I had that way off. Crash Dargo Burr. Cryptid going or returning? Returning. He had to go pay a bill. So this one is about the same height as this guy. So you are over here. In person, there was a problem. Okay, so here's our trees. And now I have to draw in a few of these front ones. Trying to decide how I want to do this. Because I could paint the water the same way I did the rest of it, with the sky first, and then the mountain, and then the trees, and then the reflection, or the part that's going to make the water look like the water. I can put it on top. I can also work from over here and work my way that way. So I'm trying to decide exactly how I want to do this. I feel like if I do it the same way where I do my sky first, so I paint this area first, that'll be more successful. Ugh. Heavy. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to paint sky, and then mountain, and then all of the trees, and then we will give the water a glassy look on top with some ripples or something. And I'm going to do a little bit of that as I paint everything else, because like these lines where things meet aren't as harsh as this. They kind of like blur a little bit, and we get the ripples where they kind of zigzag a little in their lines. It's really satisfying to clean off a palette, just scrape all the paint off. All right, let's paint this sky. Chess says literal scrape off all the dry. Literal. And sometimes if it's like extra chunky and not super like smooth against the palette, I can peel it up, and that's really nice. So I'm remixing up sky color because I need it. And one of the reasons I blocked everything in was so I didn't have to worry about tiny holes in the canvas showing through, and I still have that a little bit. And I think no matter what, I will have that. And that's just how it is. I don't love it, but that's what it is. So I have to either fix it or kind of just deal with it. And I think I might just do a combination of both so it looks better. So I'm starting by getting the darkest color I had for the sky. This color, because it's purple-ish. And I'm going to fill that in over here. Because this color is going to be totally gone on my palette soon. It'll be too dried out to do anything with. So if I want it, and I need it over here later, I might as well use it now. Okay, that's done. Now we can go back over to the actual part I was trying to paint. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this color, some titanium white, maybe a little of my raw umber, because that was my cloud color for this. Okay, so there's that. It does not feel as purple as I need it to be. But we can fix that. Because all I need to do is mix a little bit of purple. All right, so I have a purple, and I'm just going to glaze it over this. And I should have grabbed a bigger brush. But I didn't. Also out of glazing liquid. Much more purple. Good, like that. Now we can work back into some of the cloud highlights. So those hit here, and that is in this area. Okay, that looks nice. Good with that. I can tone it down a little bit maybe. Happy with that. Very happy with that. Next is the mountain. And what I should do is I should probably grab the mountain palette, because this was the sky palette. And I'm looking forward to when I don't need this anymore and I can clear it off and use it for other colors. Alright, now that I've done that, I've kind of lost where the mountain peaks are. So like this guy, I think, sits more here. And I can't draw this too much because these lines aren't going to be exact. And I don't want the chalk to show up later. Alright, mountain. I'm gonna start with my darkest color. And then just like I did for the actual mountain, work my way into the lightest color. And because I have it blocked in, I'm using glazing liquid, so everything will be just a little transparent. So I can blend these lines a bit better. I'm just trying to really zigzag this so that as I get into my lighter colors, that they'll just zigzag the opposite way. And make it look like the ripples in the water. Okay, that's that one. And like, this color isn't right. It's way too blue. That helps, and I can finish that later. That helped a lot. It was way too blue. Okay. Moving into another color, a lighter color, with more glazing liquid. Actually, let's move into a base color for the highlights. I do not have much of this, so that's a little concerning. Like, I'm gonna run out. So I'm trying to keep these ripples smaller far away and then make them a bit wider as I get closer to the front. That lawnmower though, yeah. Oh my god, are they done? Because that would be great.
Chuck E. Cheese is now offering $5 or less carryout items.
Crash shortened, yeah. Whew. Okay. This needs more work yet because I need to bring in the brighter colors for the mountain. But it helped a lot. Out of grapefruit juice. Now I have to switch to water. Sapphire Becca says, water. I think I could subsist on juice. Like, I adore grapefruit juice, and orange, and lemonade, and apple, and like kombucha, which is like tea but also sometimes has juice in it. I'm like, water's fine, but I love fruit juice. Why grapefruit? I don't know. I've just always really liked it. Like as a child, like I would just eat grapefruit. Like I know some people put sugar on it, but like I didn't do that. I just wanted grapefruit. And I grew up drinking like ruby red grapefruit, which has a ton of sugar in it. But then once I tried like the kind with less sugar. Like now I buy simply grapefruit. I could just live on the stuff. Slick Duke says grapefruit is too tart for me. That's why I like it. Oh. See, I don't think it's bitter. I don't think it's bitter at all. I just think it's sour, and I like it. I mistake grapefruit as grapes, but you're talking about the red orange. Yes. The thing that's like somewhere between a pomelo and an orange. And a lemon. It is exhausting sometimes to paint. Because like right now I'm like, oh, I'm tired. One of the other things I want to think about with this is I do have all these little ripples I'm starting to make, but I think what I need to do is bring in some of the highlights inside of them. And he says, oh, nap time. Yeah, it kind of feels like it might be nap time this afternoon. Let's think about what I have to do. So I still have a lot to do on the mountain reflection. I'm going to only talk reflection. The mountain reflection. I have all the tree reflection to do. And then I have like the mist-esque glassiness of the water that I have to put on top of this. And I do want to bring in some other like ripples. And what that's going to entail is slightly frustrating. Because, for example, I can't really draw because it's wet. Like where it has these like curves in it for each of these little waves, I want to bring in like more of that. And I don't know exactly where I need to do that until I finish the base of this. So it's something I can do. I just need to do these first, all of these trees, and then I can start to build that in. And that's okay. Do I still have this color? That would help me. I don't. That does so much to fill that in. Like, look at over here. Anyway, I'm gonna keep doing this because it's making me happy. And there will be a highlight there that is basically that bright later. I swear I had a green out somewhere. There it is. Here's Christmas time. This brush is just too small. Alright, I'm trying to fill in all of the remaining raw umber because I'm a little sick of looking at it. Hi.
Hello. Take a peek.
I've decided I'm sick of looking at all of the raw umber underpainting. So I'm just filling it in with something that's a bit more true to what it will be.
Okay. I'm glad the camera stays the same at least.
It's not changing on us actively.
Yeah. Like there's something weird, but at least it's consistent.
Yeah.
Did you talk about that at all or no?
Yeah, I did.
I think we'll just power through this painting
Mm-hmm.
and fix it as we can, and then when you switch to the other lens, that'll really tell us what's happening. And then we'll know. You'll just have to make sure that your next painting isn't 30 by 40 inches.
Yeah, that's not a
I
problem.
think you can handle that.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying the other day, I was saying Monday night,
Yeah.
that I feel like I need a break from something so intensive and detailed. But I mean, I was talking about if I needed a break halfway through, that I would do one of the pour paintings, the liquid. So that's probably what I'll do right after this.
But if you're doing a pour, would you
It's
do
not going to be here.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
No.
And if we do end up replacing your camera,
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't even have to use the zoom anymore. Because like the camera itself would have XLR jacks and stuff.
Yeah.
All of this is left over from,
Various things.
sorry, this song.
I know, it comes up all the time.
Yeah, like this camera and all this setup is like very much left over from this weird transition period in camera technology where the really high-end professional stuff was too expensive at the time. So instead you're like cobbling together prosumer equipment. But now that everything's changed, in the last 8 years, now it's extremely affordable to get, you know, much nicer stuff. So it's changing, man. It's great. Filmmaking is accessible to people. Your phone does it good. I love it.
I made this a little too yellow, and now it's a little too green. That's okay.
Anyway, I'll leave you alone.
I'm
What?
almost done, because
Oh.
I'm just going to fill this in.
Oh, are you done with your stream?
Yeah, I'm going to be done soon.
Eva says, I thought phone was bad this morning. Talking on phone, bad. Using phone as camera, good.
But it's not replacement for actual camera.
It is not replacement for actual camera.
Okay, now rocks.
Much of what phone has to do is computational photography because physics are a thing. And phone can only be so big.
You ready for this?
Ready for what?
This rock.
Are you ready to rock? Rock! I gotta admit, this has come together more quickly than I was expecting it to. I guess in my mind I was like, well, painting is huge, so it will take Mal a long time.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, it's not taking you a long time.
That looks way better. Just to fill it in. Look
Yeah,
what a big
it does.
difference just that makes. That's why I wanted to get that done. Alright, I see one spot I need to touch up. Okay.
It is amazing how quickly you can make a lump look like a rock.
I've gotten better at painting rocks.
You have gotten better at painting rocks. Rocks used to be your nemesis.
They sure were. Okay, that's touched up.
That poor Shadow of the Colossus painting.
Yeah. I mean, it turned out good in the end.
Yeah,
It just caused a lot of tears.
it did.
All right, what's coming up? Let's start with a Patreon ticker. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you're interested in that and the perks, one of the mods will have links for you in the chat.
But it's also very easy to get to because it's supportmal.com.
It sure is. Things that are coming up. Tomorrow, Steven is playing Subnautica on Steven's channel.
I knew Penguin Frog was gonna
Say that.
Yeah.
It's your favorite painting? I'm glad you have it.
You also have Limbo. Is that right?
I don't remember. It's one or the other
I
of
think-
those ones.
I think you also have Limbo and maybe the game that's not Limbo, but it's Limbo. It's the second Limbo. It's Limbo 2. Limbo 2 Electric Boogaloo. You know what I mean?
Limbo, okay.
What's Limbo 2 Electric Boogaloo? What's that game? Inside, yeah. I forget sometimes that you did an Inside game.
I need this. Limbo 2 inside.
It's time to limbo inside for a change.
Other than Steven playing Subnautica tomorrow on his channel, on Thursday there will be breakfast stream. And I think I'm going to not paint Thursday. I think I'll paint my normal slot on Friday, and that will determine how much more painting I have to do, how many more painting streams I have to do of this. So, I will be back painting on Friday at my 11 a.m. time slot. And then there will be Zelda on Friday. And what else, Steven? Is that it?
You are on the cusp of releasing some videos onto MalMakes, right?
Unless I'm re-uploading the other thing. They're ready.
Okay. Yeah, and there's no options associated with those.
No,
because those
they're
are
the time lapses of Autumn Night and the Grisai. So those are basically set.
Okay.
I think I need to add a card or two. But that's it. So thanks everyone for being here. There was a vlog that came out this morning.
Yeah.
Something about gathering eggs.
Gather the eggs.
Gather the eggs.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. And I may go take a nap.
Otherwise, watch me play Subnautica tomorrow, because it's a fun. There's fish.
There sure are fish.
There's more fish.
There's a lot of fish.
Sometimes the fish are really big, really scary. That's it. That's the game. There's fish and they're big, and I eat some of them. That's it.
That's it. All right, everyone. I hope you have a good Tuesday. And I will see you at breakfast stream on Thursday. Have a good one.